So, good morning or good night, depending on where you are. And welcome to another interview of The Shield on a Couch. I'm your host, Hector. And tonight we're joined by Billie Lindahl, and she's
Yes.
a singer in a duo that is very interesting. They'll call Terzo, which I think means a like a third person in Italian. I know Spanish,
Yes.
but Italian and Spanish is really close. And they have a self-titled album coming out this Friday. So, Billie, how are you?
Yes. I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
Good. So, Billie and me, we were already been chatting like 5 minutes offline. She was walking to her home, but I decided that we should record when she get her home because I don't want no stalkers following anyone to their homes.
No, I was
The
totally
Shield
okay
cares
on
about
filming
their
on the street, but yeah, I was okay on filming on the street, but you said maybe we should just wait until you get home. It's a bit safer.
Yeah, I was thinking. So you were out having having a nice night. So you're in Sweden.
Yes, I'm in Sweden. It can be a bit confusing because her name is in Italian, but we are from Sweden, both of us. And I live in Stockholm, and Carl, my music partner, he lives in the US, in New York.
Nice. So
yeah,
why did you pick the name in Italian too? Because at first I thought you guys were from Italy, but then I started reading and said like, no, they're not Italian.
Yeah, that's right. Good question. Actually, it's when we recorded the music, we started joking a lot that we felt a third presence of some kind, like a ghost or something. So then we decided maybe we should maybe our name should be something about like a third presence or the third or something. And then Carl, because he's got relatives in Sicily, so I think Italian is quite close to him. So then he just proposed the Terzo name. Like Terzo, it sounds quite nice, and also like in Swedish, it sounds a bit like nightmarish, weird. It has, I just like the sound of it, so we decided to go for that name.
Yeah, it sounds really interesting. And for people that haven't heard Terzo, and I've heard the whole record, it's a mixture of ambient droning music with there's like shoegaze elements to the music.
Yeah.
I thought, which I love shoegaze. So anything shoegazy,
me too.
anything dream pop, something like that, I enjoy it. And especially your voice on it, it's really soothing and haunting. So yeah, when you're explaining the name of the band, it does make sense that it's called Terzo. And
I'm glad you say.
yeah, I also to prepare for this interview, I watched your two music videos for Eve 7 and the other one, I think it's Balta, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Symbolite, yeah.
Symbolite. And the Eve 7 one video, it's really great. You guys are walking in a beach somewhere. Where did you film that video?
We filmed it at Carl's place in NYC. He lives in Brighton Beach near to Coney Island. And when I visited him, I always thought this place is so nice. It's so cinematic, and like I always just imagined us doing a music video there. So we did.
The buildings look kind of depressive.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the buildings or the music or everything, but it made them look depressive to me.
Yeah, it is. But have you seen the movie Requiem for a Dream?
Oh, I have. That's a great movie. That's with Jared Leto before he made it.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a great dream. Great movie.
Yeah, it is. And this, like some of the scenes in that movie is recorded also there, like in those houses that you see.
Yeah, no,
so depressing is quite well. That movie is quite depressing. So
it is a depressing.
I know what you mean.
And you were walking with the trench coats and looking all cool, and it's really interesting. What is that song Eve 7 about? Like lyrically, what are you singing about in that song?
It is actually, I got the idea for the song from an X-Files episode that I watched. That was about I got the lyrics from I got the ideas from an X-Files episode.
Oh,
yeah.
I
So
remember that show.
Yeah, good show. It's like really good to just watch in the afternoon or like when you're coming home from something.
Yeah,
It's really like it's really nostalgic for me because we watched it a lot as a kid when I was a little kid.
Mhm.
And then I rewatched it quite recently. And then the Eve 7, it's one episode that is about like 7 cloned Eves. And I don't know, that name kind of just stuck to me somehow. Because I think also that in Terzo we like stuff that are a bit sci-fi and a bit dystopian, and the Eve 7 thing just like fitted into that dystopian universe of ours, I think. So the lyrics kind of just build on that. And then in the video, we're kind of just building onto the X-Files mystery thing, because me and Carl were
there's
like
a scene that you
maybe
see like a crop line of something like in the
yeah
beach. Yeah.
yeah. That's Carl's wife, Andrea.
Oh,
yeah yeah. It's so like the video is it's the two of us. We kind of imagine that we are Scully and Mulder, and that we
that would
have
make
this
sense.
yeah. And that
But
we have this mystery girl that we don't know what her story is, but she's somehow lost between two worlds, and caught between two worlds, and we have this kind of battle about time and memory and losses. That's my take on it.
no, it's very deep, and now, and now with the X-Files, like if you, I don't know about you, but when you watch that show as an adult, like they never solved anything.
No.
Everything goes in the X-Files. Like if I'm sorry, but if Scully and Mulder got hired today for a job, they would be fired.
Yeah, that's so true. But that's also that's really the magic of the show, because everything is just always just a mystery.
Yeah.
And that's how a mystery should be. Like a mystery shouldn't be solved.
Yeah. Do you remember that they
Or
actually did an X-Files movie? Like when the
oh, they
show
did.
was
No, I
ending?
don't remember it.
Yeah,
No,
they
I don't
did.
remember it.
They did an X-Files movie. I
Mm.
remember sawing the X-Files movie, and spoiler alert, at the end,
Okay, yeah,
they
sure.
don't solve it.
Yeah, of course.
I've spoiled the movie for everyone. They don't solve shit. Like nothing is solved.
But I'm very glad to hear so, because then it would be a like much worse movie.
Yeah, so now you
Like
have to
it should
go.
just
I think the movie came out like in 1999, or I think it came out when the show was over. So yeah, it's interesting that to know how musicians are inspired, and so you were inspired from that show. And the album
yeah.
has 6 songs. I like the Cymbeline, which opens the album. It's like a 10-minute song. What is the meaning of Cymbeline, and what is that song about?
Cymbeline,
Cymbeline.
it's yeah, no problem. It's actually it's a kind of cover, because the lyrics, it's from a Shakespeare play. So it's actually like Shakespeare lyrics. And Lorena McKennitt made a version of that song that we try to do in our way. But the lyrics are about death and how death is going to come as a relief. So I don't know. I think we just heard that song and thought we can probably do something interesting with this. Because me and Carl, we are we like a lot of like medieval sounding music. But that's I don't know, it's like that's more of like a private thing that we listen to at home, and we don't want to like make medieval music. We don't want, I don't want to go on stage and play the lute. I just like
Like you like
that's not
you'll be
that's
like
not what we
everyone, you'll
do.
go on stage and be like, silence. Let me play this 5-minute flute solo.
Exactly. So if we're gonna make music in those kind of chords, we want to make it with distorted guitars. So that's kind of the process for us, that we like music that has this kind of medieval feeling a lot, but we want to do it in our way. So that was the process with that song.
Yeah. So in the project, you handle the vocals, and Carl, he does most of the music, or do you work on some of the music as well?
Yeah, we work on it together. So Carl mostly does like the programming and bass lines and stuff like that, and synth stuff, and the synth pads we do together. I put on the guitars, and then we mix it also together. Like some of the songs I mixed, and some of the songs Carl mixed. So we make the music together.
And how do you guys living like in different countries?
Yeah.
Like, how did you record this? Did you like do Zoom calls? You send files over to him and you layer music on top of other ideas?
Yeah, a lot like that. Actually, we started recording it such a long time ago. The first version of Symboline, we did it when Carl still lived in Sweden, which is 6 years ago, I think.
Wow.
But yeah, I know it's such a long time ago. But then he moved because he met Andrea, his wife. So then we started like sending files back and forth. And I've been to the ESA a couple of times, and then we recorded also music, and we did the videos as well. So it's been quite a long process, but we've made a lot of new music now as well. So we have almost a second album that's like 2/3 in or something.
Yeah, no, you had time to work on that. So I'm gonna show the album artwork, which is very beautiful artwork. It almost looks like a Picasso.
Oh, I'm gonna say that to Tina, who drew it. She's gonna be happy about that.
Yeah, I like you. I love art as well. This is something that I think Terzo is like music for people who like art and cultural things.
Yeah.
If you like watching football and just drinking beer, I don't think Terzo's music is for you.
No, that's so true. It sounds so cheesy when you say it, but it's true. We like art.
But if you like weird stuff and cultural stuff like I do, like I just saw the album artwork, and when I was in the promo for the band, I listened to the single, and I saw the word shoegaze influence, and I told the guy I want to interview that band because I listened to the single and I love shoegaze, and I'm like, yeah, because like there's just so many death metal bands that I can interview about asking them how brutal they can sound. That I want to talk about something else. So who did this artwork?
Yeah, I love the artwork. It's so nice. It's a friend of mine called, her name is Tina, and she's an artist and graphic designer. She lives in Sweden now. And she has done a lot of nice artwork for like a lot of quite known bands. She's done artwork for Anna von Hauswolf, for example, and Offermose, Nicole Sabonet. I think they're quite known in Sweden. I don't know if they are known abroad, but yeah, she's just a great painter and graphic designer. So I asked her if she wanted to make the artwork for us, and she liked the music, and she kind of just asked us what kind of pictures we wanted. And because I know her, I know that she likes to draw these pictures with people who are sort of in between worlds, which is a lot of the Terzo theme, I think, also like being in between worlds. So then she drew this for us, and we just immediately loved it.
No, it's really great, and it fits with the music. I would agree.
Yeah, I'm glad you like it. I love it.
So props for the artist. Yeah, no, I think it's very important to have art that represents the music. So we talked about the two singles, but there's 4 more songs on that album. And yeah, I would like to talk a little bit some of the other albums tracks. For example, I can't say the third track. I don't know what language that is. Du, Gab, Mig, Solen, Jag, Gab, Tik, Mag.
Yeah, yeah.
Is
Exactly.
that
It's
Swedish?
yeah, it's Swedish.
What does that mean?
Du gav mig solen, jag gav dig månen. It means um, you gave me the sun, I gave you the moon.
Oh, that sounds beautiful. Yeah, when I
Yeah,
say
pretty,
yeah.
right?
So why did you do the title for that one in Swedish?
Well, I actually don't know because Carl decided on that one because he wrote that song, and then he just told me this is the title. So I think it's something that's I think it's personal to him.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's very beautiful. Like I loved it immediately. So I was like, yeah, like let's go for it.
Yeah. So when you're the other songs on this record, what other themes do you touch upon a little bit?
Mm, uh, well, we have. I think for me the album is a lot like it's a lot like a movie or very
Like a
cinematic.
cinematic experience, yeah.
Yeah, cinematic experience. I think about it like that a lot. So that song is quite like sort of when you have lost everything. And then you have this Viskningar och rop, which is also a Swedish title, which is actually from like an Ingmar Bergman movie.
Which one?
It's Cries and Whispers.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a Swedish title. It sounds really cheesy when I say it now, but it's like I think we just thought it sounded like a bit fun. But I think the theme overall that we talked about with this record is we talked a lot about the movie Melancholia, that we wanted to just capture that feeling of when like everything disappears and you're just really sad, but also you're happy that you have lived and that things exist, you know.
Yeah, it's like a bittersweet feeling.
Yeah, really bittersweet feeling. We talked about Melancholia, and Carl's also like a lot Terminator. I like it also Terminator. So
We went from Melancholia to Terminator.
yeah, but you know, Terminator is really melancholic in the end. And
Yeah.
like
Yeah, it's very
so
sad
good.
to see Arnold trying to learn those play lines.
Yeah.
Especially in the yeah, he had the best one-liners like I'll be back.
Yeah. But I
But
think Terminator it's a good reference because it's this cheesy 80s movie that's like it has a lot of action, but it also is actually quite melancholic and profound in some way.
yeah, it's
So
in
yeah.
some way, yeah. At least the first two. After that, they should have stopped making those movies.
Yeah, I think you're right about that.
The first two are good. So obviously, we were talking offline about like music that you like, and you be inspired like by shoegaze, and what music inspired you growing up and creating the sound of terzo?
Yeah, we discussed the Smashing Pumpkins on the way. That is one of my all-time favorite albums, the Siamese Dream. Yeah,
And I have it here on vinyl. Yes.
Yeah, I
I
love
could
it
talk
so
about
much.
this. I could talk about this album all day. I think I'm not a
Yeah, me
musician,
too.
but I think the best thing about this album is the guitar tone.
Yeah, I love it so much. It was actually when I was a kid, my mom used to have a lot of records, and when I was about 11 or 12, I just found that record in her collection. Like, took it to my room, listened to it, and was just so instantly floored by it, and have been ever since.
Yeah. What's your favorite song in this album?
I love the first one, Cherry Block. Like I always listen to it when I want to feel like I'm on my way somewhere. You know? or like when I'm just really pissed off. I listened to it actually just the other day when I was just really pissed off. So, but then I also like a couple of the more calmer songs. In the End was my favorite when I was younger. And I like also Today, of course. That was one of the first songs that I like learned on the guitar. You know, that.
Yeah, because it sounds like when you saw the music video, it just sounded like the image in the music video of the ice cream truck.
Yeah.
So it was a perfect music video. So yeah, this is an album that I love as well. So yeah, it's good that
What's
you
your
love.
favorite song? What's your favorite song?
From that album, and the favorite song of the Smashing Pumpkins of all time is on that album. It's called Mayonnaise.
Which is that one?
Yeah, that's what in the end, the one that has like cool enough to almost see it. Like
Yeah. Yes.
it starts with
Yes.
the da, na, 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 na. Yeah,
Yeah.
and it
Yeah.
starts, and at the end it goes to that bit again of the da, na, na. Yeah, it's such a great song,
Oh,
and
man.
it's more of a deep cut on that record. And a few years ago, when I was living in Miami, I got to see the Smashing Pumpkins play live. They played for free, by the way. And when
Oh,
they
man.
played Mayonnaise, I was like, "Oh my God, I can't believe they're playing that song."
Yeah. Yeah, that's such a great song. Yeah, it's one of my favorites also. I forgot about it now, but it's great.
Now it's gonna be
Love it.
stuck in your head.
Yeah, I think I will have to listen to it now after this.
Yes, of course. So, so for people to obviously Terzo it has so many different layers of the droney. Like when you're doing the parts of the songs that are more heavy and droney, like what inspire like do you like it more like when it's heavy and droney, or do you like having that balance of the beauty and the more harsher drone parts of the album?
Yeah, I like the overall balance of it because yeah, it's so nice to just drift between different emotions. And I think what we strive for is just to, we just want to, like, as a musician and artist, you just want to like capture emotions when they feel like when you feel them the most.
Yeah.
So that's I want to be in the like more scary and the harsh parts, and also in the really beautiful parts, and to just try to capture the whole thing,
No, it's amazing. So we were discussing a little bit earlier that you already have some material for a second album. What can we expect from that second album? Are you guys keeping the sound similar to this one, or is there some different tones that you're working on?
Yeah, good question. So far it's a bit more industrial, I would say, but I'm not yeah, we have a lot of like sketches for song, and some of them are really like sounds like 80s pop, and some of them sounds more like Nick Cave kind of thing.
Awesome.
And yeah. So yeah, we'll see, but I think I just said to Carl yesterday that we should make a song that's more like Cymbeline, something heavy, droney. So we'll see where it ends up.
Yeah, the good thing about having a new band is that people don't know exactly how you sound, so you can do
No.
whatever you like when you're like established already. Like everyone knows their sound is like when you can't experiment. But the whole the record has some different elements to it, which makes it interesting in a way. So yeah, I really liked it. And I think people that like that droney experimental with shoegaze can get into Terzo. So you're about to release the album. Are you releasing it only digital, or are there some like physical copies that people can get?
Yeah, there are physical copies. There's this really beautiful vinyl, and we have CDs also. Tina's also made this great long sleeve shirt that you can buy. We only have like a few copies of that, but yeah, like we have a lot of physical items to buy. So
yeah, I'll put the link in the description so people that are interested in getting the physical copies can get them.
I will do. I can show the vinyl. I have it up here.
Oh yes, please show the
Yeah.
oh, awesome.
You see?
Yeah, it looks
nice, right? And here's the back. So here is the titles.
Yeah, it looks great.
Yeah, nice, right?
Yeah. It looks really, you know, and that type of music, I think that type of music with vinyl sounds much better because you can get, there's a lot of like, when you're doing droney, ambient, there's like so many layers that sometimes you miss stuff on the first listen. It's music, it's perfect music to just sit down with some headphones, maybe a glass of wine, and dim the lights and just like the stress away.
Yes, ma'am, you got it.
Yeah, that's what I would do. So Billie, I
totally agree.
Yeah, I want to thank you for taking some time of your night to talk with me.
Yeah, thank you so much. It was so nice.
Yeah, I got to see some of the street where you live and everything. Yeah. So people, if you like music that's with ambient, drone, shoegaze, go ahead and listen to Terzo. They have some videos online for the 2 singles, and the album is going to be available on April 21st. So once this video is up, it's already online, so you can go and order it.
Friday the 21st. Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, you are closer than me to Friday 21st, where you're located. But yeah. So I'll put the link. So what are now that the album is released, what are the plans? Are you doing some shows, some touring?
Yeah, I'm having a small release party here in Stockholm in June. And then I hope we can play some in the fall, because we are starting to sketching on like doing a little tour in the fall. So I see where that we'll just see what happens in the fall. But we want to play, and we're releasing another record also soon. So yeah.
So you heard it here first in the Shield on the Couch. So Billie, hope you have a great night, and it was a pleasure talking to you about music.
You too.
And also listening. Great. I love finding new bands and listening to the bands that are more underground that most people don't know, and obviously interview you so more people can get into Terzo.
Yeah, it was so nice. Pleasure meeting you.
Yeah. So until next time, people, this is Hector, the Shield on a Couch, and I'll see you all right here on the couch. Thank you and good night.